Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, those of you on YouTube and TikTok platforms. We thank the Most High even for you. Now, let us pray. O most heavenly Creator, our guide, our God, we thank you for everything that you've done. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your favor. Yes. We thank you for all that you've done for us. We thank you for the knowledge. We thank you for the enlightenment. We thank you for just directing us in the right way. We thank you that our enemies are subdued, even from the south to the north, to the east, to the west. We thank you for all things. We thank you that you have caused us to have wisdom. We thank you for the miracles. We thank you for even the miracles that we don't see, what we haven't seen, what we haven't acknowledged. We thank you for those things, and we thank you that there's a shift. We thank you there's a shift in the way of this world and the way it's going to go. We don't know how long this shift is the process of the shift is going to take, but we know there is a shift happening right now, and we thank you for those things that is to our favor. Yes, we don't understand. Some are fearful, but those who know and understand among the people shall instruct many. But we know it's for our good. It's for our good. It's because our good favors you. And when you've won, we've won. Oh, yes. We thank you in your mighty name. Yes, we give the Most High the praise and we give him the glory for all that he's done. We're in Exodus chapter 12, and it reads, "And the I Am spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months, and it shall be the first month of the year to you." In other words, the month of Abib, which most say is in the month of April. Okay. "Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next to his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb will be out without blemish, a male of the first year, and ye shall take it out from the sheep and from the goats. And ye shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation shall kill it in the evening." Now, what he's saying is that the fact is you're going to have a lamb. This is going to be a blameless lamb. This lamb is the blemish represents sin. Okay? That's what the blemish represents, is sin. It represents being rebellious against God. So, therefore, this lamb has to be sacrificed. Now, this lamb is going to live among you, is what he's saying. The lamb is going to live among you. And then at that time, you will kill it. This is a prophetic utterance right here. This is a prophetic utterance. But you shall keep it up till the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take the blood and strike it on the two side posts on the upper door of the houses wherein they shall eat it. In other words, the two side posts, the two top pieces of the door. That's all he's saying. Now, they shall eat flesh in that night, roast with fire, unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs shall they eat it. In other words, it's going to taste good. You can eat it with bitter herbs, rosemary, whatever you want to put on it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire. In other words, don't try to make it tender. You let the fire do what the fire gonna do. His head with his legs and with the purtenance thereof. And ye shall let nothing remain of it until the morning. That which remaineth of it in the morning shall be burnt with fire. No, don't eat it. It's no good after that. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded and your shoes on your feet and your staff in your hand, that ye shall eat it in haste. It is the I Am's Passover. In other words, I'm going to pass over you. Now he's going to go against this world. Now I'm speaking now. I'm speaking future. He's going to go against the heathen and the unbelievers and the evil. All these people that have oppressed you, all these hundreds or even thousands of years. He's going to come against them. And he's telling you, you have to have this spirit in you. You have to have this belief. You have to have this upon your door, your heart. Now, anyway, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will smite all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, both man and beast, against all the gods of Egypt. I will execute judgment. I am that I am. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. Now, this is not the blood of a man. This is the blood of an animal. A stupid sheep. A sheep doesn't see any evil, doesn't know any evil. All sheep do is they just sheep. Either way. And all this day shall be unto you for a memorial. And it will remember this day. Remember this day. You see my power. You see my power in its greatness. You have seen my power among those that are here. Now, that power has nothing to do with the power that's about to be shown. That was just light stuff, because that was light stuff back then. Now it's heavy. You're talking about nuclear bombs. You're talking about all kind of stuff. But yeah, it's going to be heavy, and we shall see it, and we don't need to remember it, because we're going to have a praise forever and ever. And ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance. In other words, that we might bring hasten for this day that is yet to come. We will keep these feasts as an ordinance forever. It's an ordinance. We will keep this feast forever. In other words, we're going to keep this feast in faith that he's going to come and deliver us from our enemies. Yes. And 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day shall ye put away the leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leaven leaveth from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. In other words, leaven, it means leaven in the whole world. You don't take nothing other than the word of God. Man shall live by what? Every word that proceeds out the mouth of the I am. Every man shall live by the words that proceed out the mouth of the I am. This is history. But yet the I am has his words in this history. Yes. You can call it the word of God if you want to, but it's the history of the Bantu, even Israel. And it's saying that the words that came from this history is the word of the I am. Yes. Now, he says, now, don't eat the leavened bread. It's representative of falseness, heresy. It's lies and trickery. That's what the leaven. If you can trick a few, you can trick a many. That's the little leaven, the whole lump. All it takes is one lie, and it can destroy and defile many. And that's the whole thing of it. Now, and in the first day there shall be in holy convocation. In the 7th day there shall be in holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done. In other words, take it easy, chill. Save that which every man must eat, and that only may be done of you. In other words, you cook before that time, and you eat of that which you cook. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self-same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore ye shall observe this day in your generation by an ordinance forever. In the first month of the 14th day of the month at evening ye shall eat the unleavened bread. This is the feast of unleavened bread. Till the 21st day of the month. That's in 7 days shall there be no leavened bread found in your houses. Get it out of there. Whosoever eateth the leavened bread, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel. Why? Because of your disobedience. Whether he be a stranger born in the land, ye shall eat nothing leavened in all your habitations. Ye shall eat no. In other words, if it ain't proceeded out the mouth of God, don't believe it, don't take it, don't even repeat it. This is what he's saying. Many of us will repeat lies. We repeat things that are not true, that they haven't came from the Most High, that we know of a sure that came from him. Ye shall eat nothing leavened in all your habitations. Ye shall eat unleavened bread. In other words, you can eat a tortilla. They are unleavened. Now, when Moses called all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop. That's branches. That's branches. Take the hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin. That's strike it upon the lintel. Strike it on the top of the doors on the left and then on the right. That's what he's talking about. At the post that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out of that door until the morning. For the Lord will pass and smite the Egyptians. Woo! Come on in, come on in. That's what he's saying. Come on in. Get that right with your God. For the Lord will pass through and smite the Egyptians. You don't want to be in the street for this. You don't want to be out in the open for this. You want to be covered. You want to be covered. You want to be covered. I had a dream about that one day. Not that, but it was a dream similar. Oh, it was a fiery dream. And when he seeth the blood of on the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the I am will pass over the door. I will not. Now, I said before that the I am does, he delegates of the houses. and he will not suffer the destroyer to come into your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which the Lord, or even the I am, give you, according as he has promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass that when your children say unto you, what mean this service? In other words, teach your children. Teach your children, teach your children. What does the I am say? This Old Testament is not just here just for show. You got so many few books in the New Testament. That's just, all it does is expound on the Old. Now the Old Testament is where you should be. This is where it all comes from. This is where they quote it from. So why should you even take a second-hand opinion when you can go to the source? Now, it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? And you shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover. In other words, that the Lord might pass over his. We appease the Most High, that he might pass over us. Who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed their head and worshiped. Oh, they began to, God just won their confidence. When they bowed their head and began to pray and worship, God just won the covenant. Now it's time. When the men and women that call themselves by the name of the Most High bow their heads and begin to worship. I'm not talking about before a pulpit where a man's standing in front of you. I'm talking about everybody standing on the same level ground and sitting up there and calling on the name of the Most High Yah. Even the I am that I am, Tata and Zambi, even Messinissi and all the host of heaven will bow with you. Yes. Now, and the people bowed and worshiped, holding hands. Oh, all you say we're going to do. All you say we're going to do. Oh, we just praise you and glorify your most holy Sanini Nanini. Oh, we give you the glory and praise. That's what they were bowing and saying. Now, they might not say it like I say it, but they were saying it in their language. And the children of Israel went away and did as the I am had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass at midnight that the I am smote all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on the throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the cattle. In other words, God was not playing. He will not play with these dirty, nasty, low down, effeminate people that you see now. He will not. He will not play with them. He will be as serious as even the horror pictures you've seen on TV. He will be just as nasty as the one that you've seen just splattered upon the wall. Oh, God does not play, and neither does history show that God play. Don't take God as a play. Shout out. 5, 3, 2, drop. Okay? Don't take him as a play. Now, he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up. Get you from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel. Go serve the I am as ye have said. That's what Pharaoh. Let me read that again. Chapter 30. Pharaoh rose up in the night. He hurried up. Everything's dead. Let me get out of here. And he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, that were a great cry in Egypt, and there was not a house. There was not one dead, that firstborn. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up, get you forth from among, get out of here, both ye and the children of Israel, and go serve the I am as ye have said. And also take your flocks, take your herds as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. Come on, I know your God is powerful. You think you got nuclear bombs. You think you got all these weapons of mass destruction and these weapons that you can shoot from afar and kill. Bloodshed everywhere. Even the earth cries out because of the blood that you've shed. Oh, it's going to be a terrible day when up to the horse's bridle when that day does come. He says, now, be gone and bless me also. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people, and that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, we all be dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, and their kneading troughs bound up in their clothes and their shoulders. Get out of here, hurry up. And the children, see, that's why they had to have the shoes on. It was time to go. That's the same thing when it's time to go with the Most High. You're going to be awesome. Yes. And the children of Israel in verse 35 did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the I am gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lit unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. They didn't have to lift a finger. Didn't have to throw a sword. No. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men besides children. That's a lot of people. And a mixed multitude went up with them. In other words, there were other people, and flocks, and herds, and very much cattle. And they baked unleavened cakes and dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not tarry. Neither had they prepared for themselves any victuals. One thing about unleavened bread, it does not spoil. Get that. I'm going to save that one. Okay, it does not spoil. Okay, now, could tarry, and they prepared for themselves this victual. Now, sojourning for the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. He said 400 years. So God doesn't give you exact numbers. He's not. It's gonna be give or take here and there. It's mostly gonna be give. Anyway, it came to pass at the end of 430 years, even the selfsame day, it came to pass that all the hosts went out from the land of Egypt. And it is a night to be much observed unto the I am for bringing them out from the land of Egypt. This is that night that the I am, excuse me, to be observed of all children of Israel in their generations. In other words, all the children of the Bantu, all the children of Israel must observe this Passover. And the I am said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. If you are not Israel, if you're not the Bantu, don't eat it. Leave it alone. But every man's servant that is brought for money, which is thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. And a foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof. You can't eat the Lord's Passover. You can't eat the Bantu's Passover. And in one house shall it be eaten, and it shall not carry forth out of the flesh abroad of the house. Neither shall ye break a bone thereof. And all the congregation of Israel, even the Bantu, shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn to him, will keep the Passover to the Most High, even there I am, let all his males be circumcised. Then let him come and keep it. And it shall be as one that is born in the land. No uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One law shall be to him that is homeborn unto the stranger, and that sojourneth among you. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the I am commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the selfsame day that the I am did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. You're going to go. You're going to get out of there. He's going to draw you to one land, and then he's going to take you out of here. Yes, you're going to go through hell and high water. You're going to go through blood, sweat, and tears. You're going to go through the sword, the bullet, and the bomb. But the fact is, God is going to deliver you. He's going to deliver you. He's going to deliver you with such a strong arm. It's going to be such a cry. After that time, he delivered Israel, even the Bantu. It's going to be a strong cry in the earth. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Oh, it's going to be a strong cry. 1/3. Hey, it's going to be something they never thought. God don't need a bomb. God don't need no bullets. God has another way, and you will discover that throughout as we explore even the laws of the Bantu that are delivered to them from the I am. And with that, I'm going to say peace.